What's going on, guys? My name is Zach, and today we are going to be looking at the new Warzone 2 overview, what you can expect and what you're going to see when the game drops November 16th. That is Wednesday, November 16th. If you guys are new around here, though, make sure you go down below and do all the things. That is, like the video, subscribe to the channel. It's going to be the most important to build us on up to 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. Thank you so much for all the love. Let's get into it, though. So here is where the new era begins. You guys can see November 16th, Season 1 of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and also of Warzone 2.0. So we got the new BR experience, all these different things that you can expect. They're going to go into detail down below here. So we got a new overview, Warzone 2.0. We're looking at Al Mazrah. That is going to be the new map, the new huge map coming to Warzone 2.0. And this is going to have 18 major points of interest you can see here for the BR and for DMZ. So DMZ is the new extraction mode that's going to be coming out. You guys will actually be able to see that in our next video, DMZ, where we go over all of the things you can expect for their new extraction mode that will be held on Al Mazrah. But right here, the shift in perspective as well, we're going to have a third-person mode as well as a first-person mode for the BR. So be there and expect a lot of fun and a lot of different things. Those of you who've been playing Modern Warfare 2, though, the multiplayer, these are going to be the maps that are going to be input into the newest map. So make sure you're getting kind of the layouts of them. You're knowing the jump spots, you're knowing different things, how to outplay your enemies, and more tactical ways to move around the map, because these 6 locations right here are going to be in Al Mazrah. We got Al Bagra Fortress, Embassy, Zarqwa, Tarak, Sarif, and Said. So we have all of these in the Warzone 2.0 map, Al Mazrah. And then right here, the new innovations, we're kind of going to skip over that, but loadouts are not leaving. This has kind of been a big headline for many people. Are loadouts going to be in the game? What are they going to be like? Yes, they're in the game, and here's what they're going to be like right here. Shops. That is going to be the new name for the buy stations now. It's going to be a lot easier to say, you know. Shops are going to be where you can get your loadout gun at only the primary weapon, though. So you can see here, can use in-match cash at the shops to purchase primary weapons from their created loadout. So even if you have like an overkill class that has a secondary weapon in there, you can't get it. Sorry, you're only going to be able to get that AR, that LMG, that sniper that you kitted out, and you're going to have to use a ground loot weapon for your secondary. Not a bad idea, though, because this offers so many more reasons to get good with the ground loot than ever before. Loadout drop, public events. So this is going to be kind of similar to what Blackout was. If you guys played Blackout or remember, there was a giant drop that would drop mid-game. It would have different armories or different weapons. It would have different heals, different things that would help out in the game exponentially. Also similar to something like maybe PUBG or something along those lines, or a care package that's dropping in Apex Legends. Very similar. Anybody can use it, but people are going to fight over it. However, it is where you can get your full loadout. It's going to be a high risk, high reward kind of deal. Same thing with strongholds and black sites. You can see here, players can earn their loadout in the early game as a reward for clearing a stronghold or a black site. They go into that a little bit more down here. Or down below, and we'll talk about that in a second after we talk about this right here. They are going to have a new backpack system. However, Warzone is going to stay the same when it comes to looting. So any sort of boxes that are around the map, you open it, it's going to drop the stuff out like it did in Warzone 1. So that is going to be nice and familiar. However, when you unalive somebody, they're only going to drop their primary weapon and on the ground and their backpack. So if they had a backpack that had stuff in it, they're only going to have their backpack. Very similar to a Blackout. If any of you played Blackout, you guys will know what I'm meaning. You scroll on through, you get the things you need, and you go. So it's still going to be a little bit more advanced looting, but it's also going to be more familiar looting when it comes to ground loot and things along the map. Defining the new Gulag, though. New Gulag is going to stay what it was in the alpha, what you saw at the COD Next event. It's a 2v2 where you're going to load in with another like enemy player, and it's going to be you two versus the other two. And you have a chance to take out 2 players at one time. However, one of your enemies is going to go back to his or her team as well. But this is something new. They're going to include a jailer who's going to appear instead of there being an overtime flag. Now all 4 players at once can choose to take out that jailer, and all 4 players get to go back to the game. I don't know how that's going to be kind of nice. I think some people might cheese it a little bit, you know, it's going to be all 4 of them taking out the jailer, but then 2 of them are going to get greedy and take the other team out while they're going for the jailer. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what's going on there. But yeah, you have the opportunity for all 4 to go back, or only 2. Only 2 to go back. It's going to be very similar to Gunfight, where you start in with a actual loadout. It's going to be pistols or shotguns, and then you have to loot around the map for other sorts of upgrades to those guns, like an AR or an SMG, something that's going to be better, but it's going to be towards the middle of the map where you have more chances of getting unalived. So here, AI combatants in the Battle Royale only at Strongholds, Black Sites, and the Gulag Overtime. We already talked about the Jailer for the Gulag Overtime, but Strongholds and Black Sites, we're talking about those right now. Strongholds will be activated around the map. Squads can visit these and fight AI combatants. From what we saw from the early action that a lot of the bigger creators were showing, those AI are pretty strong. So these are going to be high risk, high reward places. Maybe they'll be dulled down a little bit in the Stronghold area, but higher up for the Black Sites. And we'll see why in just a second here. But you have to, in order to complete a Stronghold, you must disarm a bomb, and you'll earn a key to the Black Site and your custom loadout. So you're going to get your custom loadout. You're going to be able to loot all of your stuff. And then you also get a key to the Black Site, where you can go in, and it says it's more dangerous form of a Stronghold. So it's kind of going to be like, you got to do the Stronghold first, and then you go to the Black Site. Offer more permanent weapon blueprint rewards. So that's going to be hopefully for DMZ mode. And then also it's going to be better for, you know, the gun skins and the blueprints. When different events switch, they're going to have a different blueprint in there. So more reason to revisit those areas as you keep on playing through the season. Offer a permanent weapon blueprint, more valuable in-match items for those who clear these out. So I think that this being a more dangerous form of Stronghold, it's going to have stronger AI or maybe more difficult AI. We'll have to see kind of how that goes. I'm obviously going to want to test that out and see how that goes. But different vehicles coming in here from what we can see, and that'll be listed down below. Circle collapse, though. At the end, if you guys didn't see the COD Next event, again, there's going to be a circle towards the end of the match, and it can split off into multiple, up to 3, it says right here, up to 3 zones that will finally kind of like merge together at the end and become one small zone. So pretty much the victors in these small zones right here will come together and fight it out to see which one's the best team. Proximity chat, we already know about the proximity chat coming. It's going to be nice for DMZ, very similar to Tarkov, where you can talk in game, you can squad up in game, and it's going to help out with those gulags, those 2v2s. A simulation right here in squad-based DMZ modes, as well as Battle Royale playlists. So there's going to be some BR playlists and squad-based DMZ modes where you have the choice to join up with enemy operators and form a larger squad. It looks like they're going to try to offer the opportunity to squad up with people you don't know. It could be nice for content, might be a little toxic. We'll have to see, but I'm excited for that one because this could be a very fun way to do extraction stuff in DMZ and to make some friends or to create some fun content. Interrogation. So this is very similar to Fortnite, where you can shake down your enemy player as soon as you down them, and you can know the locations of their teammates. Very similar to Fortnite, if you remember. You shake down the enemy, and it shows you the exact location. You can see where they're rotating, see where they're moving or hiding, and take advantage of that. So that's going to be kind of nice. That's going to be a little bit almost like Rebirth, where if you down and unalive a player, then you know the exact location of their teammates on the minimap. But this is going to be a little bit more snapshot-like. Heavy Chopper and Hummer EV. So here's all the vehicles down below here, the full roster. We obviously have the ATV. That one's kind of a classic. The UTV, we've had those before, which is kind of like that open four-wheel or open air type of buggy that we've been driving before. The hatchback, that's a new like small car that you can get in now. SUV, we've had those before. The GMC Hummer EV, they did actually a collaboration with Hummer, and there's going to be an electric vehicle for off-roading and things like that. That would be pretty cool. Cargo truck. That's going to be the big Bertha right there. Light helo, we've had those in the Warzone 1.0, so people know mostly how to fly those. Heavy chopper though, you can see right here, this is going to be your heavy chopper. That's going to be your lighter chopper right there. So very familiar. That one's going to be a lot bigger though. We're gonna see how people travel around with those. They're gonna bring a whole crew. It's gonna be very cool to see how people use these different vehicles. RHIB, maneuverable tactical boat designed for special forces. That's this right here that you're looking at. Very similar to what we had in Blackout. Yes, I keep saying Blackout, Fortnite, Apex, all the other BRs they're taking notes from, and they're trying to include little bits and pieces into this BR to kind of make it like the ultimate BR. So you have the small boat right here, the RHIB armored patrol boat is right in front of them. You can see maybe it has like a turret on there or something that they're shooting at them with. We'll also be able to see how that goes and how the aquatic combat goes for the gameplay. And you can see also when I said Fortnite, vehicle fuel, gas station mechanic. So you don't have unlimited fuel. Now you're gonna have to go fill up with gas cans around the map. So find different gas cans, put them in your vehicle, keep going. Or you'd go to a gas station, you'd fill up, or your EV, you'd fill up at the charging station. You know, it's kind of funny, kind of tacky, but it makes sense. You know, you can't just keep driving around and around and around and around and use that as a tactic. Eventually, you got to be able to run out and not have that almost a crutch almost. There are people, lots of times we saw using Berthas in endgame and using cars in endgame because it was an advantage. You were a little bit faster, you can get out of the zone quicker, and it's a one tap, you know? you tap somebody in the calf and they're gone, and you might win the game. So we got the shop buy station 2.0s. Each buy station contains a unique set of items for purchase. So each buy station will have separate unique items. It's not just one buy station has everything. They have separate ones. So you got to move around. You got to go to different buy stations now in limited quantities. So once something runs out, if you take care of a whole bunch of things, that can be very tactical. You know, maybe it's close to end game and you don't want anybody to rotate on you and get maybe an airstrike or a cluster strike and take you off your high ground. You could buy up all those things and then nobody gets them. You can use them all up, then nobody gets them. So it could be very, very tactical. You can see kill streaks, armor plates, and more. You can see these offerings. You can buy back fallen squad mates within a new interface. I wonder how that interface is going to look. We'll have to see. We got 2 days. And then that brings us on to DMZ, which that is where this video will stop. Thank you so much for everybody who made it this far. If you haven't already, make sure you're clicking that subscribe button down below. You're liking the video if you like the information and the energy we bring to the information scene. Thank you so much for all your love and support, and I'll see you on the next DMZ video.